All right, we're switching things up now and talking about the holidays. Now, this time of year, stress can really feel inescapable. But Jason Radley, a psychological and brain sciences professor at the University of Iowa, has found that chronic stress can rewire our brains in harmful ways. So we have Jason joining us now with some tips to manage your stress this holiday season. Jason, thank you so much for being here. Let's start with stress in general. What has your research shown you?
Great. So our research has shown that the prefrontal cortex, which is a very important brain for complex cognitive functions in humans like decision making and planning, plays an important role in responding to stress. So this brain region is activated when we actively cope, and active coping is the key. And so that means when we're under stress, we engage by solving problems by using small manageable steps rather than avoiding them.
Because what is the impact of stress on the brain? What does it do to us?
Well, stress in the short term is an adaptive response. It helps us cope with whatever situation we're dealing with. However, the brain changes that are caused by chronic stress may be harmful to us. And while it may have helped our ancestors to survive harsh conditions, in modern society, it can actually make us more vulnerable to disease.
Okay, so you mentioned active coping. The opposite would be passive coping. What are the differences between the two?
Well, passive coping would be avoiding something that maybe we don't want to do, or procrastination. Whereas active coping would be engaging in some kind of activity to reduce or eliminate that thing that's bothering us.
Oh, okay. So when you don't ignore the problem, it goes away easier?
Exactly, yes. I know it sounds so obvious, right? But we find ourselves in the moment. We have a very difficult time often managing these types of problems. And then oftentimes in daily life, we have things like financial pressures and family obligations and Christmas shopping, perhaps. And these things can kind of accumulate and make it difficult to sort through.
All right, well, it might seem obvious, but when it comes to the holidays, what tips do you have for dealing with all the stress that can arise?
Yes, and so I should start by clarifying that I'm not a clinician. I'm a basic neuroscientist. Nevertheless, our research has shown that active coping to stressors actually can reduce our cardiovascular responses and decrease our stress hormones. So it actually has beneficial effects on our bodily functioning, whereas passive coping has been shown to actually prolong these responses and even have dangerous effects over a very long period of time. So if we actively cope and address the issues that we need to by engaging in the tasks and activities in a stepwise way, we should be in a much better position overall.
Well, you mentioned that you are a brain scientist right there, which is nothing basic about that. But what is the ultimate goal of your work?
So the ultimate goal of our work is twofold. At one side, we would like to understand how chronic stress rewires the brain circuits and how those changes might increase the risk for different types of stress-related diseases, in particular stress and anxiety. The other side of that is we would like to really better understand the biology of resilience, which means responding to stress in a way that doesn't increase our risk for disease, as a way of helping people that struggle with chronic stress.
Well, those are some great tips heading into this week and into 2026. Professor Radley, thank you so much for your time with us today. We really appreciate this.
Great, thank you. Much appreciated.
And if you guys at home want to share this story, you can find our online version at WQAD.com underneath the As Seen on TV tab.